tonight I'm very honored to have an author, Jaimie Weatherly, on the set tonight talking about his amazing book, Unloaded. Oh my gosh, how amazing. I have known you for many years, and lots of people envision writing a book. Mm-hmm. Lots of people even write a book, but it's not interesting and not the story of something that would change other people's lives. Yours is. So tell me the backstory of how this all happened.
Well, first, thank you for letting me be here. It is an honor, and I appreciate the opportunity to get the word out. Writing a book is quite a process. It's more of a process than I realized it would be. This, as it turned out, was not the original vision. I worked with a very good publishing company, local, Spark Publications, that pulled the good stuff out and made me leave all the garbage behind. Mm-hmm. This is centered for, in the middle of the bullseye, people struggling with addiction and alcoholism. Mm-hmm. And then it moves out that several layers to that bullseye that it's basically for human beings. It's
right.
It's an instruction manual on life.
Right, because you can have, like, that's a big thing, drug addiction, alcoholism, but there are many addictions in life. Mental health, is a problem that people deal with, addiction, disease, like all these things. But once you overcome that, you still have to navigate your life, which is what I love about your book.
Well, one of the things I wanted to focus on, too, was overcoming addiction or facing reality. All those are things that we might accomplish, but it's about living up to your fullest potential. Mm-hmm. And it's some of the favorite reviews that I've gotten from some friends that said, I got your book because I know you and I thought it'd be entertaining, but this has nothing to do with alcoholism and addiction. It's about living up to your fullest potential. It's about being your 100%, not allowing yourself to be imprisoned to your own complacency. Mm-hmm. One of the big motivators for me, I have 2 young kids that are starting to discover the world. And I wanted to tell them, don't be afraid. You can do anything you want. Don't get caught up in the machine. And every time I said that, I started to say, you hypocrite. Because I had a job I loved. I was working with people I loved, but I was taking the easy way out.
Right.
So first and foremost, I wanted to show them you can do anything that you want. You got to put in the work and you got to have the support, but believe in yourself and you can do it.
And I love that you said that, the machine, because I do think when you're young in life, probably up until a certain age, probably 50s and 60s, you do think there's a box, the norm of what people do. And then when something happens in your life or you get to a certain age, you realize that no one knows how many days we have on this earth. And to live in that box is suffocating. So if you don't make these advances in life or challenges in life,
challenge yourself.
Then
go for it.
You're not going to learn anything. You challenge yourself. You move out of your comfort zone. And that's what I love about your book. It's about moving out of the comfort zone and moving into a zone that you are living your best life.
What I like to say is you're moving into the zone you created. Mm-hmm. And don't let the world tell you who you are, but you tell the world who you are.
Right. And the amazing thing is you're winning all these awards for this book. You're like a hot ticket. So you did this book for self, but then when all these accolades started and you started winning these awards, how does it feel that it's getting out?
It's totally unexpected. It was very humbling. I'm an emotional person, and when this was given to me, I shed tears. One of the biggest, I think, compliments that I've gotten, I have somebody I don't even know reached out to me on social media that's incarcerated and wants me to find a way to get them that book. Wow. And that just blows my mind. And realizing what purpose is and to move with purpose and to live with purpose. And if I can affect one person, that's changing the world. And that wasn't my goal, but that's what's happening.
We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back with your purpose-driven life. That when we come back with Jaimie Weatherly. Unloaded author Jaimie Weatherly. purpose-driven life. There's a book about that. But what I love about your book, Unloaded, that it really is taking all the things that were your past, recreating them to make your future that you're so proud of, and you're touching people's lives that you could not even imagine. How does that make you feel?
It is very humbling. It is also, I want to say, dangerously empowering, because it's a power now that I realize I didn't have. The beginning of my story, which the book isn't centered on war stories, but my problem was I was the overachiever. I was given the world. I've checked the box of every category of a straight Christian, male, Caucasian. You know what I mean? Like, I had no challenges in life, but for some reason, I didn't like that, and I didn't fit in. I chose not to fit in. And the message that I'm trying to spread is for people, embrace who you are. Embrace who you are, but be beneficial for those around you. Be there to help people, and also be there when they need your help. Or be available to be helped. I think a lot of little small details, and it's included in the book, some people laugh at me, using your turn signal. I'm real big on putting your shopping cart back. Those are little small, just little pieces that create your character.
And make you feel not entitled. Sometimes some people feel in life they're entitled. I don't have to have a shopping cart back, or I don't have to, or I'm going to take the spot. Somebody else has been waiting on it. But it's not being entitled, number one, and I think it's about being humanistic and caring about other people and making a difference. And the world's not just about you, which is
it's
big.
not, to paraphrase Spider-Man and a few other movies, you have a responsibility. If you have knowledge, if you have a talent, if you have a drive to put it hide it in that nutshell and not give it to the world, you're doing an injustice. And if I've gone through a struggle and gotten out on the other side, or at least where I am now, the journey's not over. But I owe it to myself and my family to keep moving forward. But I also owe it to those that are, hanging on the cliff to say, I got you. Come with me. Walk this way. I can give you advice through my experiences. And it's been so far successful for me. And if that doesn't work, I know other avenues. But I can speak from my experience, which helps me, like I was saying, live to that 100%. It's all about being the best version of you.
And I have to give you mad kudos, because not everybody can turn their life around. It just doesn't happen. Some people can open that door a little, and then they crawl back into that space. And you surpassed, because life is a day at a time, no matter who we are. You're like, whatever the struggle is, it's a day at a time. But you have surpassed, what was expected of yourself. And you are truly opening those doors to make a difference. And our friend, John Love, did reach out to me, because you have so many people that you've touched their lives and you've made a difference. And you are that person with that shining moment that radiates that you want to help other people with your heart.
It's a lot to take in, and I do appreciate that. And like I said, I recognize that as my duty. And luckily I have a very wonderful, grounded wife that keeps me grounded. That I'm not a superhero, but I do have a superpower in certain words, that it's my duty to do this. I still have to take care of my stuff. I still have to take care of daily things. But with my journey, with my struggles, I can potentially save someone's life, and that's. Somebody did that for me.
You have already.
So I've got to do that for other people.
And I love the name. It's befitting, Unloaded. And it was such an honor to have you on the set tonight.
Thank you very much.
Great things are opening for you. And we're so glad that you stopped by the set as we enjoy the journey with you.
That's awesome. I really appreciate you letting me be here.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you.
Unloaded. If you're looking for a great book, something that can change your life, Jaimie Weatherly has it, because you know what? We all on this journey called life, and sometimes we need a little helping hand.